So you want to get the most out of your workout, but on most days you find out you're lacking the proper time, energy, and girth you need to push through the hard sets. While the technique I'm going to show you is in no way, shape, or form cutting corners, it is an efficient way to get a frequent muscle stimulus and extract the most benefits you want from working out. In a way, we try to train our body with a little bit more freshness and readiness, not getting to that extreme fatigue type of level. Let's go. When you enter the gym, you oftentimes don't feel very energetic. The warm-up seems like the hardest part, preparing your body in a ready-to-train state. Adrenaline increases, you loosen your joints, sweat starts dripping, and you already feel better. You push through the workout, the first few sets are hard, but you're motivated and ready to hit it. First 2 to 3 exercises go great, you feel the muscle, you're energetic, you're pushing. 40 minutes in and you find yourself wasted. You start doing accessory work that's in most cases not that important or efficient considering the time spent. In other words, you're tired, you're looking to ease your way out. The more the workout progresses further, the more junk volume and unimportant things we're doing. What if we could cut that and train up until we're efficient? So I did a video on micro workouts, and to clear up any confusion here, micro workouts are different from partial workouts. Micro workouts last about 10 to 15 minutes and are meant to re-energize the body. These aren't gonna result in muscle growth or increase your strength. These are just gonna improve your metabolic health a bit, get you a sufficient stimulus and get that blood flowing and oxygen getting transport in the body so it can increase energy and reduce tightness. Micro workouts are like 10 to 15 minutes active breaks between your bouts of work. These are things like, desk push-ups, things like hip stretches, couple of bodyweight squats, some arm circles and arm swings and stuff like this. Partial workouts are something else. We're aiming to do half of the regular workout we'd usually do, but picking different type of exercises that aren't as taxing on the nervous system. Partial workouts last about 20 to 35 minutes all in all, and you're picking about 2 to 3 exercises that are more muscle focused, muscle dominant, and not really taxing the nervous system as in you trying to push very hard to achieve that. It provides sufficient muscle stimulus to even result in muscle growth, to increase strength, and it adds an extra metabolic effect which helps lose fat. This is used on the days that we're so tired that otherwise we won't even go to the gym. So this way we go to the gym, we're more frequent, we're stimulating the muscle, and it's about just getting there and pushing through. However, we are not really doing the hard exercises like the squats and deadlifts. We're doing more isolation type of work where you can use your freshness and readiness and you can really target the muscle without really tiring your nervous system. A full workout lasts about 60 to 75 minutes, hitting major muscle groups with lifts like squats and deadlifts. A micro workout is closer to a 15-minute active work break just to stimulate circulation, muscle activity, and has a metabolic effect. A partial workout is somewhere in between. It takes about 20 to 35 minutes incorporating exercises focused on targeting the muscle rather than taxing the nervous system. Quick one. If there's one thing I've learned from 4 years of active research is that energy is key for health. Fatigue is the early sign of physiological dysfunction in the body which degrades life. Greater energy levels translate to greater vitality, health, and optimal performance. We've packed all this research into a digital product called Energy Elevation. We showcase the 11 strategies to increase your energy levels, from things like fasting and resistance training to HIIT cardio and electrolytes. We cover a lot of practical tips. The goal is to carve an efficient path for greater vitality, well-being, and longevity. If you're eager to join this mission, check the link in the description and join the waitlist. It's a digital set of an ebook, video collection, and a habit tracker. We're planning to launch in Q4, so those who join the waitlist get 20% off 10 days post-launch. Let's get it. When you first come into the gym after the warm-up, you have what I like to call the first set readiness. You are ready to push through heavy exercises like squats and overhead presses and deadlifts where multiple muscles work at once. You really need to activate your nervous system to push through, right? Regardless of what exercises you choose, the point is you're very efficient at working out the first 20 to 40 minutes. As the workout progresses, we accumulate more and more junk volume. We start prioritizing complementary exercises that aren't that stimulatory and aren't that effective. We aren't able to sustain such high intensity, so we sort of slack off and do the additional complementary exercise that aren't going to give us the highest return on investment. The later you go into a workout, presuming it's a high intensity one, the lower the efficiency, so the less benefit you're getting for it. So the philosophy of the partial workout stands on, what if on harder days when we're really tired, we just picked a different set of exercises and used our freshness, our readiness to stimulate the muscle but not tax the central nervous system, cutting our workout short by around 40 to 50%. You still get the muscle stimulus, still get the growth effects, still get the blood pumping, but you're working out in a compact window. The type of exercises chosen here is the critical factor. As we've said, muscle dominant, not nervous system taxing. These are usually the easier exercises everyone wants to do. So on a partial workout day, instead of hitting a heavy deadlift, you could do some isolation. So do a couple of slow knee flexions or do single leg deadlifts with a lighter load, for example, to really target the glutes and hamstring. Instead of doing a heavy weighted pull-ups, you could do a seated row or single arm row where you really tighten up and squeeze your scapular retractors, still getting that muscle focused workout. Instead of pushing a heavy bench press, you could go and do a couple of isolated triceps extensions on the cable. The point is, use your first set readiness to hit a complementary or isolation exercise even harder than you'd normally would. Because you're not so tired from all the deadlifting and squatting, you can really focus on your muscle and have a great metabolic effect and stimulate growth. This is very practical because it doesn't tax you and doesn't get you in that extremely fatigued state where you would tax your nervous system, but instead you would use your first set readiness to just hit the muscle, which is perfect from a standpoint of muscle fatigue. You'd get the muscle tired, but you will feel a lot fresher. Say today's plan is squats and overhead press, but I'm way too tired to do that. I'd enter the gym, do a light 10-minute warm-up and ease into it. Instead of heavy squatting, I'd go and do a lighter hack squat variation with less weight and greater volume, really focusing on squeezing the muscle. Instead of overhead press, which is exhausting exercise, I'd do a greater volume of triceps extension and short elevated push-ups to get the pump going. With partial workout, we're increasing the frequency, making frequent training much easier to stick to. This is insanely important because getting your muscles to work more gets you closer to that anabolic window, because frequent stimulus is very important for the muscle to grow. Partial workouts also improve muscle tissue quality and can help you recover faster afterwards because they're not as taxing, but they do stimulate blood flow, so blood circulation. At the end of the day, being consistent in the gym is what matters. If you can find a way to train your muscles without taxing your nervous system, you are getting that extra practical mini workout in on a weekly basis. Sticking and being consistent in the gym is way more important than pushing the hardest you can at a maximum intensity level. So even if that means a lighter workout sometimes that can stimulate your muscle, it is worthwhile to consider it. Then we have the low recovery cost. The reason partial workouts work so well is because they're not that taxing and they don't require so much recovery after that. Like after a heavy deadlifting or overhead pressing or squatting session, you need a lot of time to recover. These have a high recovery window. You sort of need a few days to come back to your normal self. In other words, it's too much for your nervous system to handle. You need a couple of sleeping cycles and a lot more calories to recover after that. This reduces your recovery window but still getting your muscle stimulated. A low recovery cost means we can bounce back quickly. You're getting the muscle stimulated, you're getting the metabolic effect, but you're not pushing so much that you're completely fatigued. Thanks for watching. If you want, you can also check out my micro workouts video. In a way, it's how to perform an active break between your bouts of focused work. It lasts about 10 to 15 minutes and it does stimulate blood flow and muscle activation. So if you're that kind of thing, keep your muscles working, your fat burning, and your blood flowing. See you in the next one. Bye.